Hi Libra, this is Astrology Kiki with your February 2017 horoscope. And before we get started, I just want to say that if you go to my website at astrologykiki.com, you can get a horoscope that's tailored just to you. So hopefully you're reviewing your sun and your ascendant and possibly even your moon sign. Um, but you may wonder, how could I possibly have the same month or the same horoscope as millions of other people in the world? You actually don't. And if you go to this website, we can put together a personalized horoscope that's based on your birth chart, so the date, the time, and the location of your birth, and it can we can tell you your daily horoscope based on the degrees of the planets in only your chart. So that's good stuff at astrologykiki.com. Now, February, for such a short month, there's actually quite a bit going on. There's two eclipses, one lunar and one solar. But we're going to start on the 2nd of February. There's a challenging aspect between Mercury and Jupiter, and Jupiter tends to expand whatever it's aspecting. So there could be an expansion of mercurial things like communication, and it's a creative process, a thought process. With regards to your fourth house, which is your house of home and property and family. So I would expect to see maybe a lot of communication, possibly presenting some obstacles and challenges since it is a square with regards to your family, your home, your property, family life, things like that around the 2nd. Now, on the 9th through the 3rd week of February, there's a lot of really positive things going on, lots of positive aspects involving two really nice houses for you, the 5th house and the 7th house. The 5th house is a house of dating and love and children and fun and creativity, and the 7th house is a house of partnerships, whether it's a business partnership or like a spouse or a very close bond with someone. So two really nice houses to have positive aspects, and these are involving planets such as Mercury, Uranus, Venus, the Sun, and even Saturn. So communication, surprises. Um, Venus is the planet of love, and Saturn is a planet of stability. And it's really like Saturn is a very stabilizing, long-term type of planet. So I don't know. Some people during this time may be getting engaged or getting married. That all of those together, your planet of communication and surprises and love, involved in your 5th and 7th houses, those are relationship oriented houses. So I wouldn't be surprised if some Librans were getting married at that time or engaged. And right around Valentine's Day as well. Now, on the 10th, there's a lunar eclipse in your 11th house. And your 11th house is a house of acquaintances, networks, committees, organizations, charity work, but it's also the house of financial gains. And lunar eclipse tends to signify the end of something. An eclipse is like a full moon, but magnified. The effects of it they stick around for longer, and if not permanently. So maybe something along those lines is coming to a bit of an end. Maybe if you belong to an organization, and it's not necessarily a negative thing, it's just so maybe you're moving from one chapter to another. You're kind of closing one door and another one is opening with a lunar eclipse. And there are some positive aspects on this day. So there's a trine with Uranus in your 7th house, and that's aspecting the lunar eclipse. So a trine is a positive aspect, And Uranus is the planet of surprise, and it's in your seventh house of partnerships. Again, very strong possibilities for a proposal, or possibly marriage, something along those lines, something with your partner. It's positive, it's a surprise. There's also on that day a sextile to Jupiter in your first house. So sextile is a positive aspect as well. And it presents opportunities. It's not necessarily an opportunity that's going to fall in your lap. It's going to be something that you have to take the initiative and go out and get. Jupiter is the planet of luck and it's generally thought of as a very positive planet in your first house of goals and dreams and appearances and your ego and yourself. So you could definitely see some very positive things going on in this lunar eclipse. Now, the example that I gave about, wanting to know your personal horoscope, my birth chart, if I were to look and see how this compares, even though there are very positive aspects on that day, two of my natal planets are actually really negatively impacted on this day. So I'm super curious to see how this day will actually turn out. I'm actually a little concerned about it being a lunar eclipse and having kind of really negative things in my life, but that's why I recommend something that's really created off of your personal birth chart, because it'll give you a better idea. I would hate to not know this and think, gosh, I thought the forecast was going to be really nice and positive, but personally it's just affecting my degrees in my chart negatively. On the 21st to the 22nd, Mars will be in challenging aspect or a square to Pluto, and those will be affecting your 7th and your 4th houses. So you may have some kind of issues, anger, possibly. Mars tends to be a little bit of an angry planet, the planet of war, between your partner and is something going on in your family life, your home. Maybe not the best of days around the 21st to the 22nd with regards to partners and family life or property. On the 26th, there's a solar eclipse in your 6th house, and the solar eclipse tends to signify the beginning of things. And your 6th house is a house of work environment or health as well. And so you may see some new, maybe a job or position taking place, some new obligations, daily duties going on at that time, or maybe even a new health regime or routine, or something along the lines of health as well. And that will be conjunct Neptune. Neptune can be a very easygoing planet as well. It's a planet of illusion. But it's sometimes things seem really great, although the reality is that they might not always be. But so that's just something to watch out. Sometimes Neptune can be a little deceptive, but everything seems to appear very nice. So that solar eclipse in your work environment and health house is conjunct or right up next to Neptune. So it could be a very just kind of easy breezy, everything seems fine. Towards the end of the month, there could be some push and pull between your partner and yourself. If I were to look at this whole month in a nutshell, I would say that there could be some changes going on in a relationship, maybe a proposal or marriage, something along those lines. And then by the end of the month, it could be impacting you in a different way. Oh, now I have to think as a partner instead of thinking all about myself. So there's some kind of push and pull there at the very end of the month. Again, 2 eclipses, big change going on here, closing one door, opening another with regards to networking or acquaintances. And then again, the solar eclipse, a new beginning with regards to work or health. Eclipses don't impact everyone the same. Again, it depends on the degrees in your birth chart. So if you want to have a look at askiki.com, feel free to do so. Thanks.